All right, everybody, can you guys see me and hear me? How are we doing? So I'm going to do a shorter than usual post-game stream tonight because I don't feel well. I'm hoping that I have enough in me to finish or at least get through most of the rest of Dead Rising tonight. So I wanted to save myself a little bit for that. But we got to do some kind of a post-game stream here, so I'll probably go for it'll end up being about an hour. I'll go until the game ends. So, uh, let's see here. All right. So we are watching the end of this Chiefs Falcons game, and that might be the game that's going to make this a two-score game, and Kirk Cousins can't plant his back foot. That might be GG for the Falcons, just as we activate the stream. Cool. But anyway, how's everybody doing tonight? And if you guys want to go to somebody else's post-game discussion stream who isn't sick, then I do not blame you, and I will not be bothered by it. I know that I am not well right now, and it does affect the stream on some level. Oh my god, he missed it. It's a one-score game. Hopefully we get to hold them off if the Cards did it. Well, the Cards didn't do it. They just almost did it. No, Fant's definitely out next week. Nwosu should be back. If Nwosu's not back next week, that would be very strange. Because we didn't IR him so he could be back by the Lions game. I don't know how you can justify leaving Bradford in the game anymore. There's no way Haynes can be worse. The only way Haynes could be worse would be if he has like some kind of a tick to where he gets a false start every snap. That's the only way. But I do understand the value of trying to establish continuity. My problem is he's going to get Geno killed. And you gotta get something a little better. Anyway, we got about 50 people in here. I'm still going to let people gather for a little while, but I will start looking at stuff in the chat. Yeah, Fant is going to miss at least 3 more games. It is what it is. So it is a one-score game, so that could matter. Nice kick return. Next week is the test for Mike McDonald. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, Detroit hasn't looked that good yet this year, but I don't think there's any reason why they don't look as good, right? Like, if you point at if you point at Detroit and like say this is why they're not playing as well this year because of this, I don't think you can find a good this. They didn't lose anybody except for Josh Reynolds. I like how Knight's been playing. Do you think he should see more snaps even when Baker gets back? Probably not. I think we're a little early on that, Jose. Um, I like him too, but I believe Baker's a much better player. Big pump fake by Kirk. Ooh, he got it away. Any Murphy updates? No. I'm disappointed in Grubb. Bubble wide receiver screens to Tyler and DK don't work. Plus, yeah, the outside runs to Charbonnet get on my nerves a little bit. He just isn't fast enough to make that work in the NFL, especially not with the blocking in front of him. Like that requires really good blocking to make those plays work. The bubble screens I don't mind as much because that's more of a problem with the fact that our receivers suck at blocking so far this year. Detroit goes as Goff goes. When he's protected, they're good. When pressured, he sucks and it affects the whole team. Yeah, I mean, but again, they still have probably the best offensive line in football. Bijan? Bijan! Can we clean up some of the procedural penalties? Penalties were a problem today. I didn't think there were that many procedural penalties. Oh, no, he's down. That's not a fumble. Not even close. Most of the penalties were, like, during the play. Miami was the team that had all the procedural penalties, I think. Yes, Haynes plays right guard. Haynes is a right guard, so is Bradford. Hey, Addison. Yeah, I saw that, Corey. Very, very stupid idea. But it's Mel Kiper. So, he's going to have some bad takes. Yeah, if Nwosu's not back this week, that's a little bit alarming to me because we clearly expect him to be back for this game. Same for Walker, honestly. We know we're not going to have Fant. If we don't have Big Cat, I think we're screwed. I never thought I would say this, but I miss Damian Lewis and Phil Haynes. Well, how about this? How about I miss Evan Brown? Evan Brown has been great in Arizona. Evan Brown has actually been really good for the Cardinals over the last couple of games. We could sign Phil Haynes. I think he's still out there. We could go pick him up and say, like, hey, dude, we need depth. The thing is, you can't sign him and put him right in because he won't know the offense. All right. All right. Commercials, by the way. Senior Tiny Baby Goats, thank you for the $10 super chat. You get the Nwosu GIF. Great work, Brendan. Thank you. I appreciate that, Tiny Baby Goats. Thank you for getting the donating started with a $10 super chat. Did you see McIntosh put that guy on his ass late in the fourth? In like pass protection? I may have missed that. Is Walker back next week? I think so. Jeff, you can't really trade for a good offensive lineman. The good offensive linemen aren't available in trades. If an offensive lineman is good, the team doesn't give him up. You trucked him? I may have missed that. I was setting up my video recording stuff. Like, maybe if Atlanta loses this game tonight and then they lose their next few games, maybe they'd consider it, but even then, I don't think they would. Still confused on why Kenny isn't being used? Yeah, I have no idea. I am so confused by that one. Pretentious Cameron, thank you for the 33-month member message. You think Tomlin sticks with Fields now? I'm pretty sure he does. Sticking with the quarterback that got you to 3-0, even though that quarterback isn't playing good and sucks, sounds like a Mike Tomlin kind of thing to do. Well, Filipino mad, what he should have done is just thrown it at Charbonnet's feet. But that interception contained so many layers of stupidity. You had D. Williams letting the punt hit the ground. You had DK Metcalf pushing off on Ramsey. You had the offensive line letting pressure through. You had Geno throwing the ball high. And then you had Charbonnet touching the ball, which might have been stupid too. I don't know about that one as much, but maybe. The dream cross Tomlinson, Williams, Haynes, and Abe. I think so. Maybe Bradford can play left guard because he's athletic enough. But right now his problem isn't athleticism. Like, he's really athletic, but I don't know, he's not getting it. I can't imagine they bench Fields after starting 3-0. Because I think by their own admission, the QB competition was close. Waldron sucked, but the one thing he and Andrew Dickerson were good at was hoping the O-line. Grubb and Huff haven't proven to be able to do this yet. Hopefully they are learning. Yeah, I still feel like Grubb is in that mode where he's got a championship winning offensive line that won awards in college. But I like a lot of the stuff that he's doing overall. Right now, Bradford needs to be benched more. The penalties are out of pocket, man. I like honestly before today it was just the penalties, but now it's penalties and letting up pressures and and bad run blocking, everything. Do you think there's a chance we took Murphy and Big Cat out of the game because we didn't need them? Yes, I do. Because after we hit that 70-yard touchdown to DK, I pretty much thought the game was over. I will say that. Like the game was over after that touchdown. There's no way we were going to lose. So I get it. Was that in it? Okay, never mind. All right, guys, we got over 100 people in the stream. So what's going on, everybody? We're going to stream until the end of Sunday Night Football, basically, which there isn't a ton of time left in Sunday Night Football. But I did want to get on here and do something, even though I am sick. So this is going to be shorter than usual, but we are going to do it. So thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. We're going to talk about this Seahawks game. Please like the stream if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel if you're new and you want daily Seahawks content. We are about 102 subscribers away from our end of month goal. We can definitely get there. If you want to go above and beyond that, you can become a channel member for $2, $5, or $15 a month. You can super chat. You can send a tip through the link near the top of the description. You can also pledge to my Patreon. A couple other ways as well, and those are the best ways to help support the channel. Kevin O'Connor is a really good coach. It's not the flu, Steve. It's a cold. I don't have the flu. If I had the flu, I wouldn't be doing this. I would have gutted out a post-game video and then gone to sleep. Chase Carey, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Watch the game with the family. We should have put up 40, but the penalties reminded me of a Pete Carroll team. SMH. Well, I'll tell you. Before the season started, I did predict we were going to have a lot of penalties because it was a brand new offense and a brand new defense. But that being said, I think the nature of the penalties are discouraging because they're like really obvious holds and really obvious pass interferences. I don't feel like they're necessarily related to this being new schemes. How significant is Walker's injury? I think he'll be back this week. I would be surprised if he wasn't. Remember, he practiced a little bit on Friday. I think Brady Henderson implied that Lucas would return mid-season. So him and Fant might get back at about the same time. Who do you think was our best player tonight? Derek Hall was all over the field. It might have been Hall. It might have been Hall. Yeah, that's not a bad one. I guess the only other guy would be like Charbonnet. If we are a contender at midseason, is it reasonable to trade for a left guard? Not really, because good left guards don't get put on the trade block. Like, you can't trade for a good left guard because they're rare and valuable. Teams don't give them up for anything most of the time. Yeah, Woolen was good too, although that was easy mode, right? Like, Woolen didn't have to do anything for most of those snaps because Miami's quarterbacks just... They couldn't complete a pass. They couldn't do anything. Wait, is Laporta out next week? Do you view Charbot as a reach or a butt? What? Charbonnet just had the best game of his career and we're talking about him as a bust? Like, what? Where did that come from? Guys, this is one of the worst offensive lines in the league. Do you know how hard it is to run behind this offensive line? It's not good. The fact that he's gutting out 5 yards of carry today is remarkable. Is Baker going to be back next week? I think so, but we won't know until we get there, right? Because he practiced a little bit this week, and he was doubtful. He wasn't out. So they're saying Laporte is out next week. That is big. Not that he's done anything yet this year, but Charbonnet is a specific kind of running back. If you're asking him to be like Ken Walker, you're going to be disappointed. I mean, the good news about the offensive line is Connor Williams is going to get way better over the next few weeks. He's a very good player, and this is very clearly residuals from being new to the team and having just come back from the injury. Yeah, we're Monday night. You are right, Seahawks OG. We are Monday night. Yeah. Polani's hurt, I think, guys. I think that's why he can't get activated right now. He's hurt. He twisted his ankle or something. Big third down coming up for the Chiefs here. What's your grace period on Connor Williams' performance? Well, it's pretty much infinite. We don't have anybody else we can put in there, right? Like, what are we going to do? Put Jalen Sundell in and expect better results? Because clearly the team thinks Oluwatimi is garbage. They don't even activate him anymore. Ooh, Kelsey with the drop. That's a big one. And what did Swift do to Kelsey? I don't. I'm pretty sure the Steelers are the number one defense, but our defense is plenty good enough. I'm not really interested in nitpicking whether or not it's slightly better or slightly worse. The point is, our defense is playing really good right now. I don't know. Oh, wow. That was almost disaster. Wow. Well, that was disaster. Was that actually a fumble? If that's an actual fumble, then that guy needs to get cut. That play was basically over. Harold Raheem Morris. Down? Yeah, I thought he was down too initially. Let's see. I'm a little bit behind some people in the chat, by the way. Well, Kelsey's kind of washed up physically, I think. I think Kelsey's pretty washed up physically. There's not much he can do. He's got very little gas, and I think he's going to retire after this season because he's I don't know if you guys saw or not, but there's this new show on FX. I can't remember what it's called, but he's going to actually appear in it as like a regular character. Excuse me. Yeah, he's definitely down. But anyway, yeah, there's this TV show on FX. It's like a horror TV show. I don't know if anyone in chat knows what I'm talking about, but Travis Kelce's like a co-starring in it. So he's not really thinking about football anymore. It feels like. You think there's a chance Tomosu comes back? I think he will come back this week, yeah. If he doesn't, then we kind of blew it with the IR thing. Oh yeah, Kanye's way better than Taylor, and I don't even like rap. But it's not even close. Is Laporta out for sure next week? Well, no, but people are acting like he will be because I guess he got carted off. It's Falcons ball, I think. I'm pretty sure it's Falcons ball. This is still a game. They're only down 5. We could have a lot of stuff happen at the end here. But yeah, maybe later this week I'll do a video looking at some of the guys that we might be able to trade for on the offensive line or whatever. But I'm telling you guys, NFL linemen that are good do not really get traded because they're so rare, especially right now. Like, the last big offensive lineman trade in the NFL might have been Dwayne Brown 7 years ago. I thought you said we're using DK's restructure for more O-line help. I said that was an option. I think that it's more likely we did it to make sure we have enough money to extend all of our players next year because the money rolls over. You think Minnesota's legit? Not really. Not really, no. Yeah, it's Atlanta's ball. Are the Steelers legit? I mean, their defense is legit. I don't think they are a juggernaut or a contender. Oh my God, Cousins, come on. Flag? Yeah. CJ Stroud's kind of having a sophomore slump. Yeah, I don't know what to think about Minnesota, but... Oh, what? He took his own helmet off? Chris Jones took his own helmet off. Or did Norton take it off? I don't know what happened there. Well, you guys got to remember that we haven't gotten to Halloween yet. And when we get to Halloween, Sam Darnold is cooked because he's going to see all the ghosts. Should we be concerned about Spoon and the flags? I mean, yes, but it's something that should be taken care of. What do you think about the Panthers and Raiders game? I think anybody who wants Bryce Young after that game needs to slap themselves. All I heard this week from some people was, oh, no quarterback could ever have any success in Carolina. No quarterback could ever have any success in that situation. And then Andy Dalton, beyond washed up, goes out there and like does more in a game than Bryce Young has done in a month. Oh, Sam Darnold got hurt today. I didn't know that. Goff is not a mobile QB. We should get good pressure. Hopefully. If we want any chance of getting that kind of pressure, though, we really, really need Big Cat and Murphy. I don't think it's going to work if we don't have those guys, because then Goff just gets to step up in the pocket all day. Yeah, and, Andy Dalton is like 2 layers of washed up, and even he can play competently. Lions definitely have a top 5 offensive line. Might be top 3. Ugh. Man, I'm so happy that Kyle Pitts is actually playing a little bit better now. McDonald did destroy the Lions last year, yeah. It's a little bit easier when you have an offense that can run the ball as dominantly as the Ravens can. Man, if Kirk pulls this out, 2 primetime game-winning drives in a row, then I think the narrative needs to get scratched off. Who is the number 1 offensive line? Is it Kansas City? Is it? Maybe. Well, maybe not anymore. Maybe it's like, shoot. I don't know, man. Eagles are up there. That's not a bad pick. Atlanta's been terrible so far this year. Uh-oh. Here comes the Popo. Every day I pray that the Niners panic and fire Kyle Shanahan. I'm sick of dealing with that guy. Oh my God, I didn't realize that London almost fumbled it. Yeah. God damn. I really hope I wake up tomorrow and feel better. Oh my God. I haven't been sick. I think it was like, I think it's been like 3 years since I've gotten sick. Let me think here. What year did the Golden Knights win the Stanley Cup? What year was that? Somebody in chat tell me. Oh, big run. Ray McLeod. I thought that was maybe a face mask too. Mm-mm. 2022. Okay, I got sick 2 years ago then. I got sick in late 2022 or early 2023. I'm pretty sure it was late 2022. Vitamin C deficient? Definitely not right now, no. Do you think the Hawks will make up a trade to shore up the O-line? I don't think you can make a trade. Good offensive linemen aren't available in trades 95% of the time. So I think you just got to hope what you have gets better. And it probably will, but in the meantime, is Geno going to get injured? Did you see the Jalen Carter meltdown today? No. I didn't see anything today. What happened? I think the last time there was a really good offensive lineman in a trade, it was probably Dwayne Brown. That was 7 years ago. It doesn't happen enough. Yeah, I might have gotten COVID, but I've never tested positive. It felt like COVID, but I didn't test positive, so maybe not. I will never know. Wasn't Jalen Carter yelling at the crowd? No, I missed that. Ugh. Corey, thank you for the member message. Member for 11 months. Are we saving a lot of the playbook for bigger games? I wouldn't think so. This team isn't good enough to, like, withhold knowledge. Oh, fourth down. I think they have to go for it. You think Geno's going to pull a Russ about the O-line? No, that's not in his nature. Okay, here we go. They are going to go for it. Yeah, Noah Fant was great today. Ooh, first down. All right, Atlanta. So much time left, though. What? Whoa. So there are 2 games tomorrow. I remember that. Not that important to us, but maybe a little. Pretty sucky doubleheader tomorrow, honestly. Not thrilled. Do you think there's a reason why coaching staff won't put Christian Haynes over Bradford? I think coaches generally always favor veterans over rookies. They want the older players to start because they feel like they know more. That's the only way I can put it. Oh yeah, Geno's definitely a top 10 quarterback. Oh, that has more to do with how bad quarterbacks are playing right now. But it is what it is, right? There aren't that many good quarterbacks. I thought Geno actually played really well today, honestly. I don't know what else he can do. Will you stream for the Monday night game? Probably not. People are going to be over. We're having people over, so I'm probably not going to stream it. But yeah, I guess it's possible. I am going to stream games this year. I just haven't picked out which ones. You know what? That might be kind of fun to do right now. Hold on. Let me take a look here. What game should I stream? What game should I stream for the Seahawks? The Giants game might be a good one. Thoughts on how Purdy played today? It seemed like he played good, but I didn't watch very much of that game. So, very limited amount of data I have to parse through that. I wonder if Russell Wilson is done. I feel like he probably is. So, I could do I think the Giants game would be good. Maybe the Vikings game. Is that interference or is it just me? How is that not interference? Well, don't matter now. Still a ton of time. Filipino Matt, thank you for the member message. 6 months as a member. How do you watch your game? Sunday Ticket? No, I watch them on Red Zone and cable. Wilson to Miami? Well, the thing with that is Tua is going to come back in a few weeks and probably play again. And then Wilson's back on the bench. I don't think he wants that. I think he wants to go somewhere where he can actually be a full-time starter. They should have kicked field goal. No. I don't know why you would think you would get the ball back. You're playing the Chiefs. You know how many yards Witherspoon and Woolen allowed? No, I don't. I think Woolen might have not allowed any catches, though. Wilson to Tennessee? No, they're going to give Levis the year, I think. What's Wilson going to do for them? How's that going to help? Isn't Tennessee 0-3 now? Yeah, they're just playing for the future. Oh, my goodness. Do you think Miami will sit Tua out for the remainder of the season if they go 1-5? They probably should, but they probably won't. Teams don't really look at things like that. Stephen Ross saved the Dolphins, sell the team. Doesn't seem like a great owner. There are worse owners out there. Would you say Woolen looks like our best cornerback right now? I guess. I guess it would have to be, right? Russell Wilson or Justin Fields? What's the context of the question? Is it who's better? Is it who's going to start? Is it... Well, I need more context. I mean, if you're Pittsburgh, you know Fields gets hurt a lot, and you also know he's not very good. Don't you want to keep Wilson just in case? Like, you want to have a good backup quarterback. So maybe they just tell Wilson to shove it up his butt and deal with it, and maybe you get to play later. But I'm assuming they didn't promise him the starting job when he signed the contract. What's happening with all these injuries? I feel like we're more sensitive to injuries now. We know more injuries because medical science has improved so much. I haven't had a problem with Woolen's tackling yet this year. I think he's doing fine. Okay, what happened on this fourth down play? Because, well, okay, this is... Oh, yeah, actually, that's really obvious pass interference. What? What? Wow, okay. Mahomes takes off. Okay, big third down. This might be the game. Who's the best team in the NFC? You know what? I got to give some serious love to the Packers. They found a way to win 2 games relatively cleanly with Malik Willis at quarterback. And I thought they were dead in the water after they lost Love. Oh, you had a bunch of people open. Dacian, thank you for the member message. 3-0, feeling kind of nice in the NFC West. Definitely. Wow. Mahomes just threw that in the dirt. I don't know what that was. He had the first down for sure. Huh. All right. If Kirk Cousins does this, then the Kirk Cousins in primetime narrative is dead. You know how much Dodson gave up in coverage today? No, I don't have any of the numbers yet. And I don't track them throughout the game. Wilson to Giants? Nah, Daniel Jones actually played good today, man. Don't hate. Daniel Jones. And honestly, Wilson wouldn't do better than Daniel Jones. That Giants offensive line is pretty lackluster. It's better than it was last year, though. What's the penalty? Where do you think NFL Media will rank us in the top 10? Well, I think most of them will put us in the top 10, but who cares? It's power rankings. I don't care about power rankings. It's not like this is, college football where the power rankings mean something. Yeah, North Swing. All right, guys. So this stream won't be going on too much longer here. I know I usually do a longer stream after games, but I do not feel good. And I'm hoping I'll be able to do a stream tonight on Twitch of Dead Rising because I want to beat the game possibly tonight. I'm close. But I might just go to bed. Do you think we beat the Chiefs? We don't play the Chiefs. Thoughts on Wazoo this year? I mean, they're pretty okay, right? They got a little something going there. Yeah, we don't play the Chiefs this year. What was the penalty? Thank you, Charisma. Do you think Lockett will resign for cheap? I think he retires after this year. I think Lockett, I think this is his final year. I feel like the way that he plays, how small he is, I don't think he wants to play until he's in a wheelchair. Incomplete. Flag down, though. Oh boy, they're trying to make up for the no call on the last drive. They're making up for that no call. They know they messed up, and now they're getting them. It's not the end of the world if the Falcons win, admittedly, but I would certainly prefer the Chiefs win just because of the conference consideration. Uh, I had a haircut scheduled for tomorrow, and I had to cancel it because of how I feel. Yeah, we got Saints Falcons next week, so somebody's going to go 3-1 if the Falcons hold. Rams, Bears, Vikings, Packers. That's a good one. Steelers, Colts, Broncos, Jets, Eagles, Buccaneers. Not bad. Some decent games here. I feel like today sucked, though. I feel like today's football sucked, other than the fact that we got favorable results, right? Like we wanted the Bears to lose, we wanted the Saints to lose, we wanted the Bucks to lose, we wanted the Seahawks to win, obviously. We wanted the Cowboys to lose, the Niners to lose, Cardinals to lose, but the games themselves kind of sucked. Niners will be fine, I think, when they get players back. And I got to give it to Purdy, although the Rams' defense is really bad, so it doesn't matter that much. He played pretty well without McCaffrey, without Debo, without, I think, somebody else. Yeah, looking at these numbers, it's like, how did the Niners lose this game? If you just look at the numbers, it's like, how was this allowed to happen? How could this happen? DeJuan Jennings goes for almost 200 yards. The Bucks lost today just by playing really poorly. I watched part of that game. I don't know how to put it other than that, man. Like Bo Nix is playing such simplified football right now. It's really not that hard to stop, and they could not do it. One-yard gain. Ooh, another flag. Wow. Oh, isn't that a former Cougar? Jalen Watson? He was on the Cougars, right? Bubble screen, no go. Da 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 da. Ooh. Okay. 3rd and 1. They have 2 chances to get it, obviously. Oh, wow. They have 3 timeouts, so this ain't nothing. You know who really hasn't been that good yet that kind of surprises and disappoints me would be Felix Ozarike or Anuduke Ozarike, the 1st-round pick of the Chiefs a couple years ago. I really liked him in college, and he really hasn't done that much yet. But maybe, but that being said, I think maybe this is like year 2, so maybe I don't want to get too ahead of myself. What's your favorite sandwich? Probably the Italian from Marconi's. Uh, he didn't get that. Well, I don't think he got it. Feels like not taking the points has hurt a lot of teams this year. Well, with offense being down, that would make sense, right? You know, honestly, the Seahawks game today and the Huskies game last night felt very similar. Special teams BS, really dominant defense. Offense was kind of sluggish and sloppy, and it's a blowout win. Like, actually, it was very, very similar, right? Both games almost mirrored each other. Man, why isn't Bijan in the game on 3rd and 1? Oh, oh. Here we go, 4th and inches. Bijan, not even close. Well, the Seahawks aren't the only team having these problems, I guess. I don't think Raheem made that call. Oh, you're talking about kicking it. Okay. But you know what? The dirty little secret is Atlanta was going to lose no matter what because Mahomes would have driven for the game winning field goal. Okay. Technically, Atlanta can get the ball back, but. Well, Murphy needs to play. Hopefully, he's okay. Okay, yeah, game's over. I'm still not really believing in Arizona. I still think we can sweep Arizona. Uh-oh, did Mahomes get hurt? That'd be a really goofy way to get hurt. That'd be an all-timer. We can barely get JSN targets right now. How are we going to get Bobo targets? No, I missed that, Eugenio. All right. Chiefs win. So the Falcons go to 1-2, which is nominally good for the Seahawks. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I might go to sleep early and then wake up in a few hours and do some things and then go back to bed, which I know that's not really the way you're supposed to do things in life, but I do it a lot. I go to bed around 7 or 8, and then I wake up at midnight. I do stuff for a couple hours and I go back to bed. That's probably not healthy, but that's kind of what I feel like doing right now because I'm not well. Yeah, the penalties, and they're obvious penalties too. They're not ticky-tack. How do you feel about our linebacker room? Fine. I'm not sweating the linebacker room right now all that much. I think I'm going to win in fantasy this week. It does depend on what happens tomorrow. I think I need a good game from shoot. I need a good game from somebody who plays tomorrow. Oh, ETN. Downey, what does that mean? I don't know what you're talking about. All right, so I'll have a video out tomorrow morning. We'll do PFF and snap count videos tomorrow as well. Maybe we'll get some injury updates, although to be perfectly honest, they're not going to be meaningful if we know anything about McDonald, so I'm not expecting that. Yeah, have you guys ever seen the video of, I think it's a mother with her baby, and she gives the baby a nose massage and manages to basically push all the crap out of the baby's nose, and it's a ridiculous amount? That's what I need done to me right now. I mean, my God, that would feel so good. If I don't know if you guys have ever seen that video, but that's what I need done for me. All right, we did actually go for almost an hour, so we did actually have the hour stream like I wanted. But, yeah, Fatanu's out for the year. I did see that. Eat some wasabi. I've thought about doing that. One time when I got sick when I lived up in Kirkland, I got some General Tso's chicken from the deli, and it helps. All right, thanks everybody for coming out. Sorry this stream wasn't as good as the usual ones, but I don't have it in me right now. I'm sick. I'm not well. All right, guys. So 3-0, Seahawks win, and we got a game in 8 days. So everyone, get ready